Good morning, all of you. Welcome back to our course, Database Management System. So, our today's topic is aggregate functions, group by clause, and having clause in SQL. So, in I think last lecture we discussed about like clause and not like clause. So, in today's lecture we are going to discuss these three clause. So, very first we understand what is aggregate function. So, aggregate function is also called as a group function. Somebody will say group function, somebody will say it's a aggregate function. So what is a basic feature of a aggregate function? So according to me, aggregate functions are those functions which takes number of value as an input and produces single value as a output. So this is a main distinguishing feature of a aggregate function, takes number of values and produces single value as a output. So what are the aggregate functions given in Oracle? As we are targeting this SQL with respect to Oracle database, so these are 5 aggregate functions which is used in Oracle with respect to SQL. So mean, max, sum, average and count. So these aggregate functions are self-explanatory. Mean is used to find the minimum value from specific column. Suppose I have one table and employee table, and in that case I need to find minimum salary of a employee. That means this aggregate function works on specific column of a table. So minimum aggregate mean aggregate function is used to find minimum value. Max aggregate function is used to find a maximum value. Sum function can be used to find out the sum, what is the total salary paid to employee by particular company. So in that case sum aggregate function can be used. Then average, it is used to find average of salary given to employee by particular company. Then next one is a count aggregate function. It is basically used to find the number of occurrence. That means suppose I want to know how many employees are present in that employee table. So in that case I am going to use a count aggregate function. So these are the aggregate functions which are given in Oracle. So it follows a very simple syntax. Select aggregate function. In bracket you need to specify the attribute name on which you want to apply that aggregate function. Then from table name, and suppose if you want to specify any condition, you can specify by using where clause. And here there are two things you can specify. Here I have mentioned where, but sometimes where condition will not work. So I will tell you about this. When you have condition with aggregate function, at that time where clause cannot be used. So later on I will tell you, but till now you just understand the syntax or how to use aggregate function. Now simple example. So in this case I have taken simple example. Select average of sal from employee. So it will return average salary paid to employee in employee table. So in this case I can specify the condition. I want to get average salary of all employee whose city is Nagpur. So here I am going to specify the condition where where city equals to Nagpur. So in this way you can specify the condition along with the aggregate function also. But only thing is that when your condition consists of aggregate function itself, at that time where clause cannot be used. At that time you need to use a having clause. So later on we'll take an example of this also. So in this case another example, select department number comma average of sal from employee. So what is the difference between this query and this query? In the previous query I just display average value, but suppose I want to display department number along with their average salary. That means in our employee table, suppose 4 departments are there. I want to display department department number, what is average salary, department number, average salary. So in this way I need to display the output. So in that case, suppose I think to write a query like this: select department number comma average of sal from employee, it will generate a error. So why it will generate the error? The reason is very simple. Here department number is a non-group expression, whereas average of sal is a group expression. So what is group expression and non-group expression? So as I told you, mean, max, average, sum, count, these are aggregate functions. So they are called as a group expression. But here department number is a non-group expression. It's not a grouping. So in order to avoid this, we have to make this department number also as a group expression. Then and then this query will work. So in order to make this department number attribute as a group expression, we have to make use of one more clause, that is a group by clause. So that we are going to discuss in next slide. So I hope you understand this. And one point is regarding aggregate function. All group functions ignore null values. This is important thing that you need to note, that all the aggregate function will ignore the null values. Now you don't know what is null value, how to handle the null value. So first of all we will understand what is null value or how to handle the null value in SQL. So null indicate that either value is not available or not applicable. Suppose you have not specified the salary of particular employee, you have kept as a blank, so that blank is considered as a null. So handling that null is very important. Null cannot be compared using equals to operator. Suppose I want to tell you one example. Suppose I want to display employee name along with their commission, and you know that in our employee table few employees are there who are getting commission and few employees are there who are not getting commission. So I want to display the employee name along with their commission, but the thing is that their commission is null. That means I want that I want the list of only those employee who are not getting commission. Okay, so one logic that comes to my mind is that how to write a query: select ename comma commission from employee where commission equals to null. But here I already mentioned that null cannot be compared using equals to operator, because here we want to display those employee who do not get commission. That means their commission is null. So here we cannot compare by using equals to operator. So for that purpose we need to use two different words are there, two different predefined words is given to us. One is a is null and second one is not null. So in this case how can I write a query: select ename comma commission from employee where commission is null. That means I am going to display the list of employee who do not get commission. That means their commission field is null. Then again another word is there, is not null. So when we require is not null, suppose I want to display the employee name who get a commission. I want to display the names of employee who get commission. Who get commission means what? Their commission field should not be null. So for that purpose we are going to use is not null. So I can write query like this: select ename comma commission from employee where commission is not null. So I hope you understand the use of is null and is not null. So you need to remember that null cannot be compared by using equal to operator. Okay. Then one more thing you need to understand about null value is that null generates null. That means whenever you are going to add any value to null value, you will get a null value itself. So that is important thing you need to understand. Now I will give example how this point is very important. Suppose in this case I want to get total salary of employee. I need to display total salary given to every employee of the company. So how total salary will be calculated? Salary plus commission. But in this case we know that few employees getting commission and few employees not getting commission, and total salary can be calculated by addition of these two, salary and commission. So how can I write a query? Select sal plus commission. Here I am going to use alias as total sal from employee. So whether this query give me a appropriate output. So for those employee who are getting commission, for them this query will work in right manner. But for employee who are not getting commission, this query will show their salary as a total salary as a null. Why is it so? Because salary is there, maybe they are getting some salary, but as their commission is null And I told you that if you are going to add, multiply, subtract or divide any value with null, you are getting null. That's why we required some mechanism to handle that null value, though we know that this is a null value. So we want such a mechanism uh, which allows us to add this particular attribute value to null. So the solution is use of NVL function. So NVL stands for null value locator. So to handle the null value in case of any particular query, you have to make use of this NVL function. NVL stands for null value locator. So what is the syntax for this? NVL in bracket v comma r, where v is a value, v stands for value, and r is a value that we want to replace. In this case, we want that null value is to be replaced by 0. So r value is 0 and v is nothing but commission, because NVL accepts two parameter, one is a value, one is a v, and second one is r. V is nothing but a attribute for which we want to replace the value. Okay, in this case, in our case, our attribute is commission, and r represent the replacement value. For null, we instead of null we want it to be a 0, so we can use this. So how can we write a query? Select salary plus NVL in bracket commission comma 0. That means wherever you will find commission value as a null, you will replace that null with a 0, so that you will get a appropriate total salary. So that's why use of NVL is again very important thing. Now here, what is the effect of null on average group function? We discuss there are 5 group functions: mean, max, sum, count and average. So what is, and we also understand that aggregate function will ignore the null value. So what is the effect of this ignorance of null value on average aggregate function? So here I mentioned two things: average of commission and average NVL commission comma 0. So when this first will work, so in your first case, average of commission. So in this case, suppose consider that in my employee table there are total 10 rows are there, and in that case 6 employees getting commission and 4 employees not getting commission, and you have written a query like this: select average of commission from employee. So in that case, what do you think? It will take a average of the 6 value or total 10 records, because 6 employees getting commission and 4 employee is not getting commission. So according to you, what will happen? Suppose I have written a query like this: average of commission. So it will consider only 6 records and it will ignore remaining 4. Why is it so? Because we have seen that group function will always ignore the null value, so you will not get the actual average. So in this particular case, what is the solution? The 4 employee whose commission is null, we have to replace that null value with a 0, so that we will take a average, because in actual we want the average of all 10 employees commission. We don't want the average of only average of commission of only those employee who is getting commission. We want overall average. What is the average commission given to employee? So in that case, what is the correct way of writing query? Average in bracket NVL commission comma 0. That means we will replace the value of commission by 0, so that we will get a actual output. Don't worry, we'll demonstrate all these command with the help of live SQL. First of all, you understand the theoretical topic, and then we'll see demonstration with the help of live SQL. So I hope you understand how to handle null value in SQL. Now the next topic is group by clause. So before this, we have seen one particular query. What is that? Select department number comma average of sal from employee. Here I told you that you will get an error. What is the reason? Because in this case, average of sal is a group expression and department number is not a group expression. So in order to resolve this error, what is the solution? We have to make this department number attribute as a group expression. So how to make that attribute as a group expression? So the answer is group by clause. So group by, what is the use of a group by clause? Generally, group by clause is used to group the number of rows based on certain criteria. Suppose I need to group number of students present in a class based on the city. Okay, I want to make a group of all students who belongs to city Nagpur. I need to form another group based on city called as a Pune. So in this case, I am making a group based on some parameter. In the same way, whenever you require such kind of condition that you need to form a group based on particular attribute, you need to make use of a group by clause. So we'll continue the same example, that suppose I'm going to write this query, select department number comma average of sal from employee. It will give me an error because average of sal is a group expression, whereas department number is a non-group expression. So how to make it as a group expression? Simply by writing group by department number. So in this case, what will happen? This group by department number, as soon as I write this group by department number, that department number attribute treated as a group expression. So in this case, there is no compatibility issue because average of salary is a average of sal is a group expression, and now department number also act as a group expression. So by using group by clause. Okay, so in this way you can use a group by clause. So in this way, in this particular case, what output you are getting? You are getting the department number along with the average salary, but average salary of only employee belongs to that department only. Suppose I write a query, select average of sal from employee, it will return me the average salary of all employee of all department in employee table. But second case is what? I want to display department number and average salary in their own department only. So in that case, this query will work. That means I need to group the employee based on what? Department number. Okay, so suppose in my table 10 employees are there and there are 3 departments are there. So from one department 3 employee, from another department 3 employee, and from a third department 4 employees are there. So how can I make a group? So based on department number I can make a group. So in that situation you can make use of a group by clause. So we'll see the demonstration with live SQL, don't worry. After that, I told you in the initial slide while discussing the syntax of a group function that in order to specify the condition, sometimes where clause is used and sometimes having clause is used. Now here I want to tell you when to use where clause and when to use having clause. Suppose you need to provide a condition, which do not involve any aggregate function, then you can specify where clause. So simple example, don't worry, I will give example about this. I want to display names of those employee, I want to count the number of employee from city Nagpur. So in that case, how can I write a query? Select count of employee number from EMP where city equals to Nagpur. So in this case, condition is very simple, that I want to count the number of employee who belongs to city Nagpur. That means city equals to Nagpur is a simple condition. So in that case you can make use of where clause. But suppose in this case I want to display department number whose average salary is greater than 2000. I want to display the name, or we can say number of that department whose average salary is greater than 2000. So in order to write the answer for this query, one way is what? Select department number comma average of sal from employee, group by department number where average salary is greater than 2000. So it will produce error, it will create an error for you. Okay, so what is the ultimate solution? Instead of using where clause, you have to use having clause. Only one change I will make over here. Instead of using where clause, I can specify having clause over here. Okay, here where clause is there and here having clause is there. Okay, instead of using where clause, I need to use a having clause. So as soon as you write having clause over here, your query will run properly. So that is the thing. So that thing you need to remember. Whenever you need to provide a condition in aggregate function, okay, whenever you are using aggregate function and you need to specify the condition, and in that condition, suppose it is a simple condition, then where clause is okay. But suppose in that condition you are using aggregate function, then instead of using where clause you have to use having clause. So this is again very important clause you should understand, that is having clause. So I hope you understand about the group functions in SQL. So there are 5 group functions: mean, max, sum, average, count. Then we discuss how to handle the null values, what are different mechanisms are available, such as is null, is not null, then importance of using NVL function, then what is the use of group by clause, when to use group by clause, then finally what is the use of having clause in SQL, when to use having clause and when to use where clause. So I hope you understand all topics. So in next lecture we will discuss, or we will demonstrate all the commands which we have discussed in today's lecture. Thank you.